The chamber lights had barely settled when attention thick enough to cue swept across the floor. It was supposed to be an ordinary hearing, the kind Washington churns out by the dozen, but from the very moment Congresswoman Maxine Waters leaned into her microphone, everyone in the room felt it, something electric, something volatile, something about to erupt. And then she spoke, with a pointed glare and a tone sharpened like a blade. Waters challenged Tulsi Gabbard's credibility, her motives, even her integrity. The audience stiffened. Cameras zoomed in. Staffers froze mid-stride. It wasn't just a political job up, it felt personal. The kind of moment that could knock even the most seasoned figure off balance. But Tulsi didn't flinch. Instead, she inhaled slowly, deeply anchoring herself in a calm that contrasted sharply with the storm aimed her way. Those closest to the front row later said they saw something shift in her expression, not anger, not fear, but a steady, grounded strength. As Waters continued, each criticism came heavier, louder, more forceful. The buzz in the room grew while some gasped, some whispered, some shook their heads in disbelief. Washington loved drama. But this felt different. This felt like it was about to tip into humiliation. And then Tulsi finally leaned forward. Her voice, soft but unwavering, filled the space. Rather than counterattacking, she began by acknowledging the importance of accountability and honest disagreement, of principles that politics often forgets. She spoke not as someone defending herself, but as someone defending a higher standard of leadership. She told a story one few in the room had ever heard about a soldier she once served with overseas, a young man who taught her the value of speaking truth without bitterness. Courage, she said, isn't just standing your ground, it's staying centered when others try to pull you off it. The room felt quiet. Even Waters paused. Tulsi then addressed the accusations one by one, not with venom, not with political spin, but with clarity, facts, context, and a sincerity that caught almost everyone off guard. Her composure made the confrontation feel less like a clash and more like a masterclass in emotional discipline. A staffer seated beside Waters glanced up, visibly stunned. This wasn't the explosion many expected. This was a reversal, a moment of dignity absorbing chaos and transforming it into something disarming. When Tulsi finished, she didn't look triumphant. She looked a broken bar, steady, grounded, whole. For several seconds, a long, breathless, echoing seconds, Waters said nothing. Her expression softened, her posture eased, and the fire that had fueled her earlier remarks flickered, dimmed, and went out. The silence was louder than the shouting had been. Even the cameras didn't dare move. Eventually, Waters cleared her throat, offered a brief acknowledgement, and shifted to the next topic. But everyone in the room knew what they had just seen. A confrontation meant to embarrass had instead revealed resilience. A verbal strike had transformed into a lesson on calm strength under pressure. And as Tulsi stepped away from the microphone, a quiet ripple of admiration followed her. Staffers, journalists, even colleagues who rarely agreed with her nodding in respect. No triumphant music, no chest-pounding victory, just a powerful reminder. Grace can silence a room more forcefully than anger. Strength isn't always loud, and sometimes, the most inspiring moments in politics aren't battles won, they're composure kept. For viewers at home, for those exhausted by division, for anyone who has ever faced unfair criticism, the message was clear: you don't have to match the energy of those who try to tear you down. Sometimes the most powerful response to a broken bar is standing strong in who you are.